The two key words in today's conference title are business and together. The aim of this conference is to explore, to identify and to promote opportunities for French and UK companies to work together, both in the UK and French markets, but also in third markets. Both industries have a strong track record as exporters. There are opportunities for us to explore those markets even further together.
Well, since the Lancaster House treaties 4 years ago, at a political level, from senior ministers right down through official levels, the Ministry of Defence in the UK and in France have been working very closely together, cooperating to find more and more programmes each year where we can work together. There have been relatively few instances where industry has got together in parallel with the ministerial engagement, so we think it's really useful that the NDI have set up this conference today. I think it's the first of its kind between UK and French SMEs in particular, and I very much hope that there'll be some significant progress made to find industrial cooperation as a result of today's conference.
We specialise in business opportunity, sourcing business opportunity for our member companies, facilitating face-to-face business introductions. We understand how incredibly difficult it is for any business, but in particular for SMEs, to get to see the right people at the right level in the supply chain, particularly with prime contractors and some of the big tier ones. These are massive, massive organisations, and trying to navigate your way through the system can be incredibly difficult.
I think the networking opportunities, I think as with all of these types of conferences, it's what happens outside of the formal presentations that is the most valuable. And I've met a lot of very useful people. My most useful contact, I think, has been my discussion with Next Systems, a French company which is certainly a target client for my business.
From my point of view, the best highlight is really the B2B meeting, because it would permit to the company from Britain and the company to England to have contact together, and the target is really to work together afterward.
Definitely a platform such as today will help SME to work together and to have a more proactive supply chain in both sides of the channel.
And for us is that SMEs are not only offering to the market, to the defence market, innovation. That's a good point, obviously, but they are offering reactivity. They are offering also some new way, new concept that can be considered by the prime contractors. Something had changed in the way we are perceiving the SMEs and in the way we are working with the SMEs. I think everybody knows now almost one SME is working for him in DGA, and we are hoping that more or less at the end of 1 year or 2 years they will know more hundreds of SMEs and working with them naturally and indirectly.
There seems to me little better way to sustain niche capability than in emergent technologies. And this is why I think the subject of your conference today and tomorrow is so relevant. With the UK and France together in Europe representing over half of total defence budgets, half of the budgets for equipment expenditure, and 2/3 of R&T defence expenditure, there are bound to be areas of synergy, areas of crossover, areas where it should make sound commercial sense to pool resources to deliver the most cost-effective and internationally sustainable competitive position.
It's mandatory for me to multiply this kind of events in France and in UK and in Europe, so each people on each company know each other, and it's more fluent for everybody to make business and to be competitive at the worldwide step.
The highlight of the conference, I think, for me, has been the breadth and depth of the attendees that we've had. Also the mix of the companies, it's been very impressive.
I think most certainly events like this can help people in the supply chain, especially across the pond. Getting the two countries working more closely together is extremely important, especially for SMEs who find it very difficult to establish contacts with their governments.
I think the SMEs from today, I think they've been able to access the right points of contact at the right levels within many different businesses that they wouldn't have ordinarily had access to. I think it's been very useful for them.
The last years have shown that France and the UK are able of great achievements together. A joined up and structured approach can only be profitable for us, serving our countries, which successes we all want here. After clusters, I believe that major corporates should help SMEs in their international development. We have structures, offices, experience, all things which seem worthless when you have them on a daily basis. All things which can be a monstrous struggle for a smaller regional organization. We can help, and I think we are ready for that. There is no doubt that French and British military technologies can fertilize each other. And I like in that respect an old historical example. At the beginning of the 18th century, exhausted by the endless war with Spain, the British naval architects and gun designers had become a little lazy. Whilst for trading protection purposes, France invested and created a famous series of warships, the 74, like 74 guns. They were so technologically advanced that one of these was said to be worth the equivalent of 3 warships of the UK side. At the Battle of Cabo Finisterre in 1747, the British Navy managed to defeat the French and captured one ship, l'Invincible. Brought back in triumph to England, it was soon stripped out entirely and analysed piece by piece. Reassembled, it became the first of a long series of warships called Invincible in the UK. With all the technological knowledge they got from that capture, the British Navy completely rebuilt a whole fleet of sister ships. Once matured, this British adaptation of a French design allowed the British Navy to give the French a good kicking at Trafalgar Battle. Well done, my friends. And ensure the technological supremacy which the United Kingdom kept on sea until the First World War. As our most beloved Lord Winston Churchill said, some see private enterprise as a predatory target to be shot, some others as a cow to be milked, but few are those who see it as a sturdy horse pulling the wagon. I like to tease my British friends, and it's quite easy to get. The word entrepreneur is French. Thank you.